Good morning. Welcome to Real Estate Humor Meme Stream. I'm Bill Gross at Bill Gross Probate on social media. And we do this program every Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock. A little late today. Sorry about that if you're joining live. We do this every Wednesday morning just to have some fun. Now, normally I watch kind of comedy and memes on my computer while I'm doing my work. But on Wednesday, Hump Day, we go through some memes together. Love to have you share your responses or share your favorite memes. We live stream this on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And if you're watching this live, love to catch up with you during the call. This is based on the Facebook group Real Estate Humor, where there's over 148,000 people. Wow, that's a big group. And love to have you participate with us. If you have great memes you want to share, if you have comments on the memes we put up there, please share them. We want to make this as participative as we can. Just put something in the chat box, and I will catch up with you as quick as we can. And with that said, let's jump into the memes we have today. Real estate's like dating. The longer you're on the market, the more people wonder what's wrong with you. So true. You know, now I will say that if you're on the market for a while, sometimes because it's overpriced or it wasn't ready for sale yet, sometimes I'll put a property on, no showings for a couple of weeks. But you better have an explanation because people call you and say, well, like, what's wrong with your property? It's been in the market for 30 days, 45 days. And it's kind of like dating. Now, in my life, I'm a religious Jew. Kids date and get married pretty young. And same thing, like, why are they not married yet? We ask those questions about people. I think maybe the rest of the world is not as confident, but I love his face. Like, what's wrong with you? That is very, very real. Okay. Here's another one. This is very real. Seller's agent. Are we still on track to close Friday? Buyer's agent. As far as they know, because they don't know anything, and I love the fact it's a blind, doesn't know anything. Lender. I'll get back to you. Classic. They get back to you in a day. And tell them, you guys are closing this week? Like, they're getting the paperwork done. This is kind of classic real estate. I think if you don't pay attention and keep people on board and online along the way, we can get into trouble. So I shortcut the process. I contact directly the escrow. We pick my escrow company and make sure we're up to date. And I pick my lender, or I develop a relationship with the lender doing the escrow, because most agents, it's like they don't know what's going on. And it's like a game of telephone by the time they pass the stats back and forth as to what's going on. But I just love Jennifer Aston's face. Like, as far as I know. That's so real. Landlord, this one I like. Landlords be like, $3,000 a month. That's my neighborhood. That property would go for $3,000 a month, because if you had the other half of the house there, it'd be about $8,000 or $9,000. So yeah, real estate prices, man, for rentals especially in our area is crazy. Okay, when your clients are driving behind you to see property. This is from a classic movie, Airplane. One of the funniest movies ever. Really broke a lot of comedy principles and really defined comedy for a generation. Came out late 70s or early 80s. We're seeing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has a cameo in it. Hysterical. A lot of cultural references from the 60s and 70s in it. But yeah, when you're driving to showing your clients behind you, like, you want to drive fast, but you don't want to lose them. You want to be polite, but then they think you're a wimp because you're not driving fast enough. It can be nerve-wracking. Okay, so where are we here? Okay, so as real estate agents, we get lock boxes, which we use. Is there a super box? Is there a coded box? Is there a deadbolt code? I do respect when agents ask me to clarify. One of the things I've taken to is I take a picture of the lockbox and put that in the MLS. I link to it in the comments for the agents, because the smart agent wants to know where the lockbox is before you get there. Now, the smarter agent has already seen the property or gets there 10 minutes before their client does. But the problem is you can 10 minutes before your client, and your client's 15 minutes early, and that kind of defeats the whole purpose. Here's one classic. When they ask you to cut your commission to save the deal, the thing I try to tell agents by coaching me is that, sellers always want this, buyers always want to pay this, and our job is to help close the gap. Now, sometimes it's competition, and the buyers will come up and respond, and maybe the seller makes an adjustment. Hey, Ben P., not in real life, but nice to see you online. Ben P., one of the top real estate agents in Southern California, colleague at EXP. on the Facebook chat books. But anyhow, our job is to close that gap, and but we do that by giving our buyers the confidence and the comfort to bid what it's going to take to buy the property if it's priced right, and sellers to be realistic what it takes to match up with a buyer who's willing to pay the property. That's what we get paid for. So to cut our commission, I don't think normally makes that sense. Now, I'll say this: when I make a mistake, I'll cut my commission to fix things. Sometimes if I have a lot of work in a deal and all it takes is a small amount of money, I'll move it forward. Like they're arguing over who pays for something for $500, I'll just pay for it and move forward to avoid the back and forth. But yeah, generally speaking, I'm not going to cut my commission to make a deal. My job is to get the best offer for the sellers, and my job is not to do it for free. So just anyhow, for what that's worth. Okay, so here's one. The moment when the husband and wife finally agree on the same home. Whew. Now I'll say I'm not a buyer's agent anymore. When you start the business, you tend in that direction. And it's brutal work. And working with husband and wives, tough enough to get one person to buy a house. You don't get double commission for two people. When they finally agree, whew, in my experience in buying houses with my wife, I get the house under contract and then bring her in when it's time to wire money. And I sell her on why the deal's a good deal for her. And she always goes ahead with it. Because I'm looking for her to check if I've made a mistake, but I know it's a good deal for us. That's my job. But anyhow, I feel sorry if you guys have to go through that. Okay, so let's not do that one. My face with social media goes AWOL, leads are on hold, and then thankfully they're back. Yesterday, Facebook was down for a couple hours. Affected a lot of real estate agents. Kind of frustrating. But yeah, just one of those things. In fact, when I first logged in, I thought maybe I was banned or something wrong, or somebody had hijacked my account. So, okay, let's see. This is, your broker says, you stop crying. No buyer can be that difficult to work with. Buyer is like some devil. Ben P says, going back to the couples, he learns lessons to show homes with both of them together. Maybe that's easier said than done, Ben P. Sometimes you don't get the chance to do that. Yeah. So okay. So yeah, that's where it goes. Okay. So okay. Next, client expectation. Client's budget. Can be the experience you go through. It definitely can be. This is true for me. Please use me as your realtor. I'm not built for OnlyFans. I'm not built for OnlyFans for sure. I've never been on it, but I know what it's about. And it's not about people paying my look at me. And I love this one. I think it's my favorite one for today. Real estate is full of ups and downs. Where are the ups? It can feel that way. I think it's really important to celebrate successes. If you're a real estate agent, you got to celebrate the successes because it's tough. I was just listening to one of my favorite podcasts, Joe Rogan, and he was saying how life is about working through the hard part. That's the value. That's why we respect real success, because we know it was hard. And so in real estate, building a career, it should be hard because it's valuable to make a living and provide for yourself, provide for your family. So it's one of those things that we should expect it to be hard. These posts were removed because somebody took offense. Took offense when I look at this. The other part I think is funny is people will take stuff from the house and assume that they can take it. Built-ins. I made a classic error where I allowed a seller to remove an oven, and we ended up having to buy a new oven and put it back in. I paid for it. That was my mistake. But I do think there's some sellers who want to take everything with them, including the fence. Yeah. Yeah. This is one we get, I think, every week now in a little different version of it, but it's so true. It must be nice to work real estate and have a flexible schedule. Me having a fast food dinner in my car by myself before showings. Yeah, it's great. In real estate, for sure. I didn't have very good, I didn't have a lot of limits. Now I have a very structured schedule, which has worked really well for me, but definitely. Okay. My emotional support dog after one did real estate with me. Yeah, real estate, man. It can be tough. If you're not tough, man, you're gonna drink some alcohol and smoke some cigarettes and other stuff. Yeah, just that's the way it goes. Uh, this is real. In real estate, oftentimes, particularly like right now, this time of the year, beginning of the year, in my company, they take a commission split and then a cap, and then medical care. You have deductible limits. Both those hit in January and start over again. And so when you first close deals, like, yeah, I got paid today. Bills are no. I got paid today. Oh, it's kind of sad, but true. There are times when you get a real estate commission, man, and the money comes in and it goes out so fast. It's crazy. Okay, and let's see. Here's one. When you need to tell your client the appraisal came in lower than they wanted. This is like it's a bomb. You're scared to walk up to him and tell him that. Yeah, that's for real. That's for real. Okay, I think I'll do it for today. I started a little late, so we'll wrap up here. This was the Real Estate Humor Meme Stream. We do this every Wednesday morning at about 8 o'clock. Normally, we start a little late today. We live stream this on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. I'd love to have you share with me any memes you have that you think are funny. I'd love to have you go on here and reply as well. I'm at Bill Gross Probate on social media. As always, make today your best day ever. Thanks so much.